It bothers me. It sickens me to see this happen with our children.
Nearly 24 accused sexual predators off the streets tonight. We'll show you how they were caught.
Plus, new charges against a man accused of shooting inside a downtown Sarasota condo.
And the search continues for the new Northport police chief. It's now down to 4 finalists. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 6.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news at 6, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office tonight says nearly 24 suspected sexual predators are off the streets and behind bars.
These arrests are the result of a sting operation that has netted more than 100 arrests over the last 5 years. ABC7's Dwayne Lindo is live outside the Sheriff's Office tonight with details of this operation. Dwayne?
Well, Scott, Jacqueline, the Sheriff's Office arrested 21 men during the 6-day initiative. And what's disturbing, according to Sarasota Sheriff Tom Knight, is the fact that some of these men traveled, in some cases, outside of the county with the intent of having sex with underage children.
In an effort to protect Sarasota County children from predators, Sheriff's Detective deputies posed as children online.
They'll travel to go see them. They'll come to get them. They'll spend time with them.
Deputies arrested 21 suspects ranging in age from 22 to 58. All of them responded to ads on the internet or social media sites and sent sexually graphic messages to people they believed to be underaged.
Well, I've been around now for 9 years. It bothers me. It sickens me to see this happen with our children. People who continue to come into Sarasota County, we've gotten over 100 of them now, and most of them, if not all of them, are off to prison.
Knight says this man is among those arrested, 24-year-old Albert Vera III from Davenport, Florida, who worked as a diesel mechanic at Disney World. The Sheriff's Office released video of the operation that they say shows many of the men bringing condoms and making other illicit promises.
Many of these men sent explicit photos of themselves, offered to buy drugs to these children, and even one of them agreed that he would stay with her if he got her pregnant. That was a 14-year-old girl who he thought he was talking to.
Knight says the Sheriff's Office will continue these types of efforts to keep predators off the street.
We will continue to run operations like this. We will arrest them, and we'll do everything we can to prosecute them.
Now, at the press conference, the sheriff warned about different apps, 9 apps in particular, that parents should know about, some of them being Snapchat, Bumble, or LiveMe, where kids can be vulnerable to these predators. Now, you can check out or go on our website at mysuncoast.com, click on the story link, and get the name of each one of those apps. Reporting live in Sarasota County, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
All right, Dwayne, thank you. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office asking for your help finding 4 people accused in an armed robbery. Deputies say back on May 21st, 4 suspects entered Cosmo Joe's arcade and demanded money. 2 of the men, Charles Jackson and Quintavious Bowman, allegedly shown on camera, now have warrants out for their arrests. Investigators say at least one of the robbers was armed with a gun. Call Manatee County Crime Stoppers at 866-634-TIPS if you can help find these men.
Manatee County deputies are also hoping to identify the suspect in a drive-by shooting last night in East Bradenton. According to the Sheriff's Office, Tevin Turner was standing outside of his house when the suspect fired shots from a car. He was grazed by a bullet but not seriously injured. No arrests have been made.
And police are looking for the person behind a shooting in North Sarasota. It happened early this morning near 20th Street and Orange Avenue. No word yet on who was shot or their injuries, but if you know anything about a possible suspect, call Sarasota County Crime Stoppers.
New developments in the case of a man accused of shooting into a condo in downtown Sarasota earlier this month. Ryan Flanzer is in police custody once again today. Police adding 3 more charges against him for his alleged crimes on May 5th, including burglary, attempted kidnapping, and possession of a bulletproof vest while committing a crime. Flanzer was previously released on bond, and police collected 8 firearms from his possession following the alleged shooting at the downtown Sarasota condo.
The Northport Police Department have narrowed down its search for a new police chief to 4. Ralph Anthony most recently served at the Tampa International Airport Police as Deputy Chief of Police. Todd Carrison is currently the District Commander at Lee County Sheriff's Office. Paul Grohowski was most recently the Chief of Police for Allen Hancock Community College, and Frank Kitzero is the current Chief of Police for the Jupiter Police Department. There will be a meet and greet with all the 4 finalists on June 11th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Northport City Hall.
Well, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at our first alert forecast on this Tuesday evening. Bob?
Well, tracking Alberto, it looks like a subtropical depression. Alberto continues to bring heavy rainfall into Tennessee, northwest Alabama tonight. There are flood watches through Kentucky, Indiana, all the way up into parts of Ohio. It's moving to the north at 18. Top winds are at only 30 miles an hour, so it's obviously weakening as it is over land now, but it still is bringing a steady stream of moisture up from the south. Now you can see that through Cuba, where they don't need any more rainfall, and it's lessening somewhat over us, and not as deep as those reds and oranges go, but we are still seeing the high surf action along the area beaches, and that means a rip current advisory stays with us through 8 o'clock. More than likely that will be allowed to expire at 8 o'clock as the winds and seas are starting to calm somewhat. I mentioned the rainfall, heavy obviously through Tennessee now, but we had some big storms down near Orlando and Daytona Beach. For us, not as big, but still we've had a few brief showers around, moving off basically to the north at 15 miles an hour. If you see any rainfall around, it won't be around all that long. A few brief showers are possible through this evening. More on the rest of the work week forecast coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. The State Department of Agriculture restarting its summer break spot program to help fight summer hunger. State officials say more than 1 million students rely on free and reduced priced meals at school. This program tries to fill that gap during the summer months.
Nutrition is one of the most important building blocks for academic success, so this program helps give kids the access to the resources they need to stay healthy and ready to learn and set them up for the next school year.
Last year, the Summer Break Spot program provided 15 million meals at more than 4,600 schools, churches, and community centers, and there are more than 50 locations in the area offering the program. ABC7 is helping the hungry this summer, so go to mysuncoast.com/hunger for more information on this effort and how you can help. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, we'll have an update on a major downtown Venice construction project.
Plus, how subtropical storm Alberto affected sea turtle nests on our local beaches.
About every 3 minutes in America, someone is diagnosed with a blood cancer. Light the Night brings together survivors and supporters to bring light to the darkness of cancer and to help fund life-saving research. Our goal is a world without blood cancers, and we're lighting the path to cures. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. Help defeat the darkness of cancer. Join Light the Night today.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP is the largest locally owned CPAP supply company in the area. Is it time to replace your old equipment? The staff at Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP can show you the most up-to-date CPAP equipment and supplies to meet your sleep apnea needs, including portable travel devices and the SoClean automatic CPAP sanitizer. We serve all of Southwest Florida, giving the highest quality of care with the finest CPAP equipment. Please visit our website, sarasotacpap.com.
A date has been set for Venice's big downtown reconstruction project to begin. July 9th, residents and visitors will start to see construction equipment move into the area. As the project starts, so will the shuttle to move some big events out of the downtown area and into other locations. Most notably, the Farmers Market will be moving next to City Hall from its current location on Tampa Avenue.
I think with the scope of the project for downtown, it only makes sense to be in an interim location while that's happening.
The project is set to be complete in late December or early January.
And the city of Sarasota starting work today on a resurfacing project along a busy stretch of Osprey Avenue. Crews will work between Siesta Drive and Bay Vista Street in phases, starting from South Drive to Boyce Street. Osprey Avenue expected to remain open during this project, but drivers should anticipate some extra traffic in that area. The entire project expected to be finished by next spring.
Stay with us. Bob Harrigan will be back to tell us how much rain we can expect for the rest of the work week.
Get to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota for big savings during the Chrysler Pacifica Incredible Sales Event. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $23,999. Or save big and get the new Chrysler 300 Touring with an MSRP over $30,000 for just $21,999. That's a savings of over $8,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota today.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. Gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah.
Heavy rain and flooding is expected to impact parts of the Suncoast.
It will probably be forecasting hour by hour. We will see that plume of deep tropical moisture, and we continue to monitor that area of disturbed weather to the south.
Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
So the wind is kind of sticking around. It was pretty windy yesterday. Yeah. We had our highest winds of this whole storm.
Yeah,
yesterday,
43-mile-an-hour wind gusts at Sarasota Brady Airport yesterday, but a little bit less today, but still on the breezy side. We're looking for the wave action to calm down, better beach weather, especially on Thursday and Friday. Here's what's going on with the beach problems. The red flag still up there as a result of the rip currents, but that should be expiring here at 8 o'clock tonight. Looking at the KC Key webcam. Pretty high surf for some surfers out there today, which is kind of a rarity. You don't see that very often. in the month of May, and that's a result of that tropical system. The Titan radar picture continues to show all this moisture around, but we haven't got a lot of it here. There is a good chance that some of this will work its way into our direction beginning on Wednesday, and then all this mess for the most part should be out of here. We're going to be stuck in between two high pressure ridges, one to the east of the state and one over Texas, and there's a little trough of low pressure still hanging on Wednesday, bringing with it a pretty good chance for some scattered showers at least, and maybe some isolated thunderstorms in the afternoon. We saw some action earlier down near Venice and Osprey and Nokomis, Palmer Ranch, and right along I-75 near State Road 64, even into Ellington. All the heavier rainfall, though, to our north. We're starting to see some pretty good buildup there in Hillsborough County, so still a chance for a few spotty showers through this evening, and then a better chance for a little bit more concentrated rain on Wednesday. You can see just one lone shower there south of Parrish and another one just along I-75, and then the heavier storms near just south of Jacksonville, stretching down to just west of Daytona Beach, Orlando, in and about that area. Some heavier rain falling. For us, the rainfall forecast from one computer forecast model suggesting we will get a pretty good chance for some showers and storms tomorrow, scattered about, and that rainfall could be moderately heavy at times. We are not anticipating anything too severe, and the European forecast model does show quite a bit of clouds around even on Thursday. We'll see a return to those afternoon and evening variety of storms, which will contain some heavy rainfall and even lightning back into the picture, especially on Thursday and Friday as we return to that east to southeasterly wind flow. But by the weekend, things will start to calm down here. We'll see less of a chance for rain. What's going to happen is a cold front is going to get into North Florida, and that will give us a southwesterly wind on Saturday and Sunday, and that will focus most of the storms, and won't be a lot in the interior portions of our viewing area heading off toward the east. Now, a lot of dry air is in place, and some of that dry air will eventually work into our direction, and that begins on Saturday and Sunday. But this high pressure ridge will start to take control and bring us that east to southeasterly wind flow, which will set up those afternoon and evening thunderstorms. Current conditions, we have some clouds out there, 79, but the dew point way up there. That makes the humidity at 94%. We have a south wind at 16, so still a bit breezy out there, but not as strong. 87, the normal high, 83 today, 75 was the low. Rainfall, we're above average for the month, nearly 4 inches, and looks like 1/3 of an inch above average for the entire year. Well, again, the satellite and radar combination is showing a good chunk of moisture heading over our state as far as highs go tomorrow. It's been warm over the southern and central plain states, even up in the upper Mississippi Valley, although it's starting to cool in Minneapolis tomorrow at 78, 89 in Kansas City, St. Louis at 90. For boaters tomorrow, a few scattered storms. In the morning, scattered, a little bit more numerous in the afternoon. Seas will be running 2 to 3 feet and south winds at 15 knots. The water temperature now at 80 degrees, the extended forecast then. Elevated chances for showers and storms, 40% in the morning, 60 in the afternoon and evening. We drop to those 50-50 afternoon and evening storms, looks like on Thursday and Friday. We return to mainly inland storms on Saturday and Sunday. The rain chances also drop, so it looks to be a pretty nice weekend, albeit warm. It's going to start to feel a lot like summer with high dew point temperatures and high humidity both on Saturday and Sunday. Highs will be in the upper 80s, but it'll feel like more into the mid-90s. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Some breaking news out of North Sarasota tonight.
We have reports of a shooting near Leonard Reed Avenue and 32nd Street about an hour ago. ABC7's Erica Jackson is there right now. And Erica, what can you tell us is happening?
Jacqueline Scott, good evening. We're still trying to figure out what's going on here, but we do know right now at the intersection of Leonard Reed Avenue and 32nd Street, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is conducting a shooting investigation here. I'm going to go behind the camera to give you a closer look at what's going on. There's about a dozen investigators and sheriff's deputies that are here on scene right now, along with a dozen vehicles that are marked with the Sheriff's Office and some unmarked vehicles as well. We did speak to a witness just a couple of minutes ago, and he told us that around the time of the shooting, he said that he heard about 20 to 30 gunshots. We're still waiting to get that information confirmed from the Sheriff's Office and any additional details from the public information officer. And of course, we'll bring you that information as it becomes available on our website, mysuncoast.com, and our news app. Just search My Suncoast on the App Store. Reporting live in Sarasota County, Erica Jackson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, Erica, thank you. Well, just a reminder, this Friday, Friday, ABC7's First Alert weather team will explain everything you need to know before hurricane season, including evacuation routes, flood zones, what shelters are pet friendly, and new transportation options, plus what you need to do to secure your home and boat and preparations you need to make for your pets. Experts will be in our studio to answer your questions live on air. Tune in on Friday at 7 p.m. right here on ABC7 for everything you need to know when surviving a hurricane.
Although we had no significant impacts from the before the season storm, subtropical storm Alberto here, Manatee County residents were not taking any chances. Government officials say the county distributed nearly 1,000 sandbags last Thursday through Saturday as people got prepared for this storm. Hang on to those sandbags. You may need them later on this season. Alberto having an impact on sea turtle nesting season on the Suncoast. Those who monitor those nests are trying to determine how many of them may have been affected by high tides and surf. Anna Maria Island Turtle Watch and Moat Marine Lab officials say the stakes around some of the sea turtle nests were washed away by the storm, but the eggs were still there underneath the sand.
We were called back out and they said, we found a nest and it's not marked. There, lo and behold, there were the eggs.
Some of the nests washed out completely, bringing the eggs above the sand surface, but most often the Sea Turtle Watch volunteers will find them and then bury them back in the sand. Linda?
I'll introduce you to Sherry. You may not know it, but this woman is a sit-down comedian.
Almost every home here has sustained damage. We're glad you're okay.
Oh, thank you.
You can hear the gunfire. Around the corner here are the children back on the job.
Back in the job.
How are you?
ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
So why should your choices be ordinary? Ghibli, the absolute opposite of ordinary.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming. Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
My California closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California closet's story.
So I kind of grew up all across the country. I come from 5 generations of military men. My dad is still active duty. My grandpa is retired Marines. I like going for runs with my dog. I love, taking her out to the dog beach over in Venice. There are so many things here to do on the Suncoast. My goal every day when I come into work at ABC7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
Tonight's amazing Suncoast woman has faced problems that would overwhelm many people, but it just made her stronger and funnier.
ABC7's Linda Carson introduces us to Sherry Derenberger.
Sherry Derenberger has a career she loves.
I'm a sit-down comic. I wanted to be a stand-up comic, but my multiple sclerosis wouldn't cooperate.
She plays gigs at various locations.
I do assisted living places, independent living, senior mobile home parks. I've done one country club.
She sometimes includes her rendition of the song Cats.
Midnight, I wake up and remember that I'd left the door open with the groceries outside.
Oh, I love that.
These gigs pay off big time for her in something more important than money.
I even get hugs from a lot of these people.
Sherry grew up in Toledo, Ohio, and worked for an Ann Arbor, Michigan insurance company. She was diagnosed with MS in 1980. It was after the diagnosis that she and her boss fell in love.
And he wanted to marry me regardless of having MS or not.
They were married 36 years until he died in February. She never had children, but her husband's 6 children, 11 grandchildren, and 3 great-grandchildren are her family. Recently, she got a job at Sam's Warehouse.
He hired me to do non-food demos because I can't get to the ovens and the sinks and stuff. So I do demos for Propel detergent and baby diapers, the brand name of Sam's and stuff like. And I just love doing it. I love talking to the people.
Here's a bit of poetry from her autobiography.
Although I'm in a wheelchair now, I still can get around. I have the love of my family, so contentment I have found.
And her life lesson?
Everyone has their problems. Mental, physical, social. It's what we do with those problems that's important. Having a good attitude.
And so this amazing Suncoast woman lives her life with gratitude and appreciation and passes on the joy that she finds to others through her books and her sit-down comedy. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you so much, Linda. I really believe humor keeps you young.
Yeah, absolutely. She was singing pretty good too. She could be an actress on top of that, performing at the theaters around town. And she's from Toledo, Ohio. You can't be bad if you're from Toledo, Ohio, right? We are looking at some showers scattered about this evening. A better chance for scattered afternoon and evening storms on Wednesday. A little bit cooler than average tomorrow, but it will warm up over the weekend. But the good news is lots of sunshine and not much chance for rain.
Finally.
Finally.
World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you again at 11. Have a good night.